Okay, I got a question for you guys real quick. Since uh I've 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 decided to put myself back like onto the dating scene, and since I'm old as fuck, uh like what's what's Tinder all about and what's like Bumble and all that other shit about? Cuz I have no fucking clue. And
Don't fuck around with Tinder.
okay, what's wrong with Tinder?
Short answer and long answer.
Both. No, I'm
Is
saying do long
both.
answer. Do long answer.
All right. So Tinder is gonna be quantity over quality.
Ooh.
And I think people kind of like join Tinder for like not necessarily like the wrong reasons, but for specific reasons. I think
Hookups.
there's better, not even. I think it's just to waste time to see who like I think they try to
Uh,
gain self-value. People try to gain self-value through Tinder
so
more than like actually meet.
I'm like dating myself. Okay, so it's the modern day like hot or not type shit. I don't know if you guys ever heard of hot or not.
You're gonna have to like pull that up because I don't think anybody will understand
Well,
hot or
I
not.
don't even think I don't think it exists anymore. Like there used to be like a website, and this is before apps and all this shit took storm, right? So
Is this on dial-up?
no, fuck, I don't know. It could have been on dial up. Shit. Yes, this is how old I am. But there's a website called Hot or Not, right? And people would upload their pictures onto this website, and it was a simple fucking like website. Your picture goes up, either you click hot or you click not, and it would give you
Yeah.
like a percentage of what people thought you were hot, and who thought you were not hot. So that's what Tinder is hot or not. Damn,
It's kind of like that,
old
but you
man,
don't get the
old man
results.
bringing up Vietnam stories.
But yeah, I think Bumble you can meet more people that are more serious about actually trying to date and stuff. But I've had better luck with like Hinge and stuff. That's a good
Hinge,
one. That's a good app.
Hinge's Hinge's quality.
Yeah, I'd say they're quality. Like people or girls that actually have like stuff going on in their life other than trying to like chase a bag or
Oh, so it's not anybody that's like, yeah.
I to sound shallow and stuff, I'd say there's more desirable girls on Hinge than there are on Tinder
Gotcha.
for personality reasons and for also maybe looks as well.
Okay. Stewie, are you on any of these apps? You don't, and you don't have to respond if you don't want to incriminate yourself. this, this is kind of why we're doing this, but anyways,
Yeah, I know, right?
uh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So
No,
you got to.
I have been on Tinder and I have been on Bumble Date and I still use Bumble but for biz because I'm close to Austin, so I try to
Oh,
gain a network. Um, I met one person from Bumble Biz, but anyway, yeah, it's not. It's
so
okay. It's okay. But
what's what's Bumble's more like? What, a professional? Is it is it
I wouldn't
a
say
classier Tinder?
it's ah geez.
I'd say it's an upgrade a little
I'd
bit.
say so. So the big difference between Bumble and Tinder is that Bumble can get you guys connected, but you can't make the move. She's got to make the first move. So um, even if even if you guys match on each other, she has a day to make the first move, and then if not, then you can ask for a. I think you can pay for a an extension on that, and then they may or may not reach out to you. But if they don't reach out to you, then you don't get connected. Like there's no messages. Like you can't make a message. So
You
so
think
So
you could like pay to reconnect with them or like give them more time to message you because they have 24 hours
That's
after
yep.
match with you to.
Yeah,
So
did you not hear
let
that?
me get
Yeah.
this let me get this straight. There is a dating app that if you match with a woman, it is their sole responsibility to contact you first
Yep.
in a world where that never fucking happens.
Right. And it's funny because it's like it's it teaches you a few
They,
things. It's not normal, right? So it's like the
Yeah.
guy pursues typically. That's in a typical situation. And you know, if anybody outside of our friend group actually sees this, then I'm probably just gonna get hate because like I'm a typical man. Oh God. But you know, for a typical situation, typical relationship, girls don't reach out to the guys reach out to the girls. And so you realize that if you are in a position on this app where you cannot do that anymore, you have to rely on the women. You realize of how bad women are at game. Like they just don't have it.
well,
Like they just don't. Like
so
there's
you know
no
how like
like
girls always want like the corny pickup lines
Yeah.
or like pickup line or like for you to initiate the move and like be funny right away and not just say, hey, hi, or how's your day? But that's all they'll respond with on Bumble.
yeah,
I've
that's
had like
true.
maybe two
Hmm.
out of like 100 or so like respond with something that was like original.
That's also, in my experience, that's also true. Yeah. There was one that I was like pleasantly surprised, like, oh wow, like you actually had something to say instead of hey, like
Oh man.
no, really,
There's no
like
hope for me out there, is there?
There is.
So
yeah,
Hinge. I gotta download Hinge.
I don't actually have any
And
response to
Hinge is
Hinge.
like
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even allowed to access it.
Hinge is like it's nice,
you wait,
but I think
you can't access it?
I'm
tell them
banned.
Stu.
I'm
Tell them.
banned, brother.
What?
Yeah.
What? What? Okay, what? Why are you banned from Hinge?
Um,
Stewie, what the fuck, bro? Okay.
yeah, I
Why?
I made an account and then they're like, uh, you've been banned immediately. Like, there's no, yeah, yeah. They wouldn't let me
You
on
got
the
banned
app
for
at
no
all.
reason?
Um, I got banned for no reason, but from a different app, different dating app. And so all of these apps, well, not all, but a lot of these dating apps, they all are under the same, they're either under the same partnerships or under the same
Umbrella.
company or they all have this relationship where you get banned on Tinder for whatever reason. Doesn't have to. You don't even need a reason to get banned, and you're banned from these other partner groups, partner apps. And I got banned on Tinder because someone. Oh yeah, the violation of the community rules. So if you every application has like community rules like you have to follow, and one of them on Tinder is that if you make two accounts of if one person makes two accounts, then you get banned. And so I matched with the same person twice, and I noticed, oh, hey, I reached out to them. I'm like, hey, like, what's the deal? I see that I matched with you like last week, in a different, like, you have two, um, profiles going on. What's the
Profiles?
deal? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then, I don't know, like within like the next, hour or so, I got banned. So I
You had
presume
two accounts or she did?
she did. Yeah. But in in
Okay.
in order for her not to get, I didn't know that these community rules existed. I was just, swiping and trying to match. But she apparently did. I'm making assumptions here, but I presume that she did. And so she reported me for, whatever reason. And yeah. So you can also get reported for, it doesn't really, there's no Yeah, there's no hope for you. You can get reported for like any fucking reason, and then if you get reported and they like cut you off, then there's no um there's no like actual
Can't like
formal,
email out to them and like
because I've done that and there's like,
get your kid.
right, no, there's nothing. Yeah, there's
Okay.
nothing you can do. So yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, it's pretty silly. So
So that
yeah,
just like completely removed you from a whole like
pool. Hmm.
pool
A
of.
series of pools. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So it was Tinder and Hinge,
I think
and that was it.
Match.com and like a handful of others, smaller ones, but those are like the major ones. Yeah.
Wow,
So yeah. So weird, weird stuff.
what a bitch.
I don't know. I think either the tried and true method is still meeting a girl at somewhere like where you like to hang out outside of like
My,
Yeah.
the comfort of
work
my own
or
home.
Some kind of
yeah,
community.
comfort of your
Yeah.
own
See
Some
me.
home.
kind of community
See,
groups or something like a
So like
meetup. Yeah,
for an
for sure.
example, it would be like maybe that concert that we went to. Maybe like you could have found someone there in a
yeah,
different city, maybe
but see,
that you
here's
Well,
vibe with.
here's the thing is right is I have been like so far removed from the game that I don't even know how to fucking walk or crawl in that environment anymore, right? Like,
That's fair.
and this is not trying to like fucking like pat myself on the back or any of that shit, but I really rarely ever had to work for any of it, right? Any of my exes or any of my past relationships or any hookups, I have never had to work that hard to like get in a relationship or you know.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like the job market. You just gotta appreciate all the rejections because it's just leading you to the next
Yeah,
opportunity.
but I've never been at that point where I have to like actually go and physically be like, "Hey, complete stranger, like here I am. I'm a nice guy. Let's fucking do this." I've never had to do that ever. Like this would legit be like my first time having to be like going to like a bar or something and be
So
like,
do
"Hey,
yeah, I
come
would
here
be.
often."
I, it is nerve wracking, I
Uh,
guess. Yeah, yeah, but
I
I
wouldn't even
mean,
fucking know, bro.
mm,
I don't know. I think it's important to like go out, not with a group, but maybe like another like friend for
Yeah,
like max of like two.
yeah, I have to do that, but I think
Because I
so.
feel like if it's a bigger group, it narrows your chances.
Yeah, I just got to figure out how and when to do that because it's hard. Because like right now, I'm like a single mom, so like
Yeah.
all my time is dedicated to my boy, right? So like even if I do want to do something for myself, I feel extremely fucking guilty for even like wanting to go out and get him a babe or leave him here so I can go have well, not a few drinks, but like just go out with my friends or whatever. But
how old is he?
12, I could leave him here by himself, right? But I'd still feel fucking guilty.
Yeah, but why
But
don't you
then,
just like bring him with you on some stuff that you enjoy, and then when you're out and about, and then you just meet something or somebody that's ah, ooh,
mm,
hey,
so use my
Like,
son as a pawn in this game of
well,
chess.
to say when I went to
maybe.
I'm
Josh's
okay with
daughter's
that.
birthday party, I went to her birthday party and they had it at the Children's Museum. There was a lot of single moms just bringing their kids there
Hmm.
or
Did you
kid.
did you
And
holler at any of them?
nah, I was there for Charlotte, um, Josh's daughter, and then I was feeling under the weather and I dipped after I dropped off the presents and stuff.
I gotcha.
But I don't know. I think the opportunities are out there, especially like when you're looking. You'll find a
Yeah,
lot more.
I gotta see. Uh, yeah, I'm just nervous to do any of that. But I do like the idea of like taking my son out with me and like doing some shit, right? Because that could be like the icebreaker
Well, not
in
only
a
that, but
sense.
how do you feel when you're around him, right? Like, I mean, like you just said that you feel like kind of like shit, like leaving them at home. So I mean, why
Yeah,
don't
but
you be like comfortable in the space that you know what I mean? Like I kind of like am in a shell when I'm not with my kids, but when I'm with my kids, I mean, I'm fucking like a whole different person. I know it sounds weird,
I
but
mean, I am too, but there's for me like there's that caution like that I carry with him because I made the mistake twice, right? Of bringing other women around my kids. That that those women I had thought were like prospects of like potential
Okay.
like mother figures or
Right.
like it was in that point of my relationships where I was like, yo, they're like I am ready for them to meet my kids and they never worked out. And so it's just it gets too like just weird when you do that. So like if I when I
How did you
do
grow up?
huh?
How did you grow up? Like parents stay
Yeah.
together?
Parents are still together.
Okay.
Um
I think one thing that's kind of important to realize is that don't put that expectation of them being like a mother figure onto
well,
them.
I wasn't doing that. I
I
wasn't
don't
in that
think that's
mindset
what
Okay.
he
of
was
like, oh, they
thinking.
can be.
No.
It was just like I was thinking more of long term, like they could be wifey, like
Yeah.
it's time to like bring them into the fold. Like, here's my kids. I want you to meet them because I'm not gonna go around and like having to adjust my schedule with them to meet our schedule to be together. Because there's gonna be times where I'm like, hey, just come over, hang out, watch a movie with us, some shit like that. Um, that's where I'm like cautious when it comes to like taking my son out and doing things with
Okay.
him because he's gonna be like there, right? And the other thing too is if I do leave him here by himself, right, and I end up going out, I can't really bring anybody back here and like rearrange their guts because it's gonna sound like I'm fucking murdering them, you know, in this
Uh,
house, right? Like it like can't do that because like
yeah.
walls are there, headboards and shit, like and it I can't do that. He's like, Dad, what's going on in there? Is she okay? Like, no,
I
that's
called
me, son. That's
911.
me, son. I'm okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
so it's like, fuck, man.
God. Well,
That's what,
I don't
yeah.
suggest that you bring him for every occasion. But like when you guys are out and doing your own thing, I do suggest that like I wouldn't say, uh, I wouldn't. Dating is so fucking shitty. I, I, I wouldn't even like pay mind to like an actual effort to it. I would just go out with your boy and like do whatever concert, do whatever like park or whatever like activities that you guys enjoy doing together. And then I presume that you might find somebody that you might be attracted to that you know and then but that would just kind of be like a first instance, and then you know you guys would do relationship stuff later together, not with your son. Yeah, hopefully she's
Well,
not,
yeah,
you
but
know she's maybe she's got her own place, maybe she's got there's no shame in that, like maybe
oh
she's
yeah,
not.
that true,
Yeah,
very true with that.
so
It's just hard because my room and my son's room are right next door to each other. Like, there's no opposite ends of the house. There
right.
is
Oh damn.
kitchen, living room, my room, and his room. So it's like you can
Nice.
hear through the
Nice.
walls. You know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah.
Just get him a really nice set of like Bose headphones or something.
Well, yeah, yeah,
I'm kidding.
yeah. I mean, desperate times calls for desperate measures, right? Like if shit happens, it's gonna happen. But
There's a number
I'd
of ways
rather him
around
not.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather him not have to hear attempted murder noises going on uh, when he's next door.
All right.
So, all right, I'm gonna download Hinge and see where that goes because I've been like sitting on this shit for a while. I'm like, man, all right, like I've had enough of a break of just not involving myself with anybody or having to deal with that bullshit. And now I'm like, what can I get
I
myself
think even
into?
if like you do go out on a date or something and say it doesn't go the best, right? You could stay at the bar or like stay at the coffee shop for a little bit longer or just go walk around. And you could meet someone while you're out
See, I don't
afterwards if it
have that
doesn't
kind
work
of
out.
balls though. Like I am like super awkward. Like I will say like the weirdest shit. I'd be like, yo, fucking grass is green, right? Like I will say like stupid fucking shit. Like,
Wow, the sky is pretty blue today.
yeah, well, you're breathing oxygen today? How's that going? Your heart's still beating? You're alive? I will
You,
say some weird shit,
Uh,
dude.
you'd be surprised at how many women would match your weirdness. I don't know if that's a thing for
Really?
you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know if you're into that or not, but yeah, even some attractive chicks. Yeah.
Have you had a lot of luck on like dating sites, Chris?
I mean, I'm in a relationship right now, I'd say.
That's why you're
Yeah.
being very quiet. Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would have been
yeah,
nice
yeah.
to know before we
Oh,
got into all this. He's like, oh, I gotta reserve myself. I can't really fucking,
oh, jeez. Okay.
I
All
gotta,
right.
I got, I gotta tiptoe on that fine line of fucking things I
well,
can and can't say.
well, I'm also letting, I'm not interrupting. So, but yeah, yeah, no, there's been some wild, there's certainly been some wild instances, in like, in all of these, like you're meeting people you'd never meet before. Like, I mean, you would never actually meet them in person had it not been for this app. So, um, there's women from El Paso, Texas, and I'm in Temple, Texas, and that's a 9 hour drive. Like somehow, like maybe they made a visit in the area, and like somehow like our location bubbles kind of overlapped, and somehow we matched. But realistically, like we live 9 hours away. Like, yeah,
Yeah, that's
so
far.
dude, oh
The
god,
furthest I've ever
yeah.
drove for a female was my ex, and she lived in Iowa,
Uh,
and that was a 10-hour drive.
ooh,
That was a 10-hour drive.
I don't really
But
know
that
it.
there
I
was
don't know.
history, right? It wasn't like I
yeah,
didn't. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't random.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't drive 10 hours for some snatch, bro. Like no. Like I would
I
have to
No,
think
be like
no.
mad
I think the
desperate.
furthest I drove was like 40 minutes.
See, that's normal into like in
That's
today's
pretty
fucking
normal.
like
Yeah. It's
yeah.
like a common
Yeah.
occurrence. Like from here to Austin, central Austin, it's like an hour. And I would go, just even if I wasn't meeting anybody, I'd still go because it's Austin. It's fun. I mean, like the people are great there. So, but
What do you find yourself doing while you're in Austin? Like just walking around, or do
uh
you like set up shop somewhere and like work on something, or
yeah, I suppose it's different for every situation, but I've got the camera sometimes, and for a long time I would just go and just kind of like do the street photography thing, and but I don't know, like I never would post anything. But there's this, like, I met a lot of cool people. One of them was this traveling guitar, well, artist, musician, living out of his van. Super super sweet dude, but he's very much like the hippie. So I don't know. Got it.
it's cool.
I don't know. I got a lot. Like I know it sounds kind of weird and silly, but yeah, I just enjoy like the people in the area. They're just, not all of them, but a lot of them are really uh, interesting, and they're not necessarily stuck up, and that's kind of a big thing for me is uh, humility, I guess. Yeah. So
Yeah.
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 I like street photography. That's like one of my fucking favorite things to do. Like architecture and street photography is like it's my shit. I'm trying to teach my son how to do all that and learn how to do like the editing to get like how you want it to be done, like how you
Right.
saw it in your eye.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that shit. But I'm
That's
trying to work on my human photography, and I'm being my own muse because I hate working with people.
Yeah, I think you're starting to do a pretty good job. That last one with the yeah, I like that one. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
that
I
one's
don't
pretty
know.
cool.
I don't
Yeah,
know what you. Well, did you do anything to your eyes on that one?
yeah, I did. I went back into Lightroom and I used the brush to like bring out the
Lighten
whites
them
of my
up.
eyes.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
That one was wild. I was like, oh man,
yeah, I thought
yeah, that was pretty
that was one
rad.
of my favorites.
Cool, cool,
My dad
man.
was like, "How'd you do that?" And I was like, "Bro, I've been in the game for a minute, bro."
cool.
But yeah, Joshy said he was gonna hop on here in a minute. He said, "Give me a
Sick.
moment and I can hop on."
Okay,
uh,
okay, okay.
so when you were in San Antonio, Zach,
Yeah.
you had great success on Hinge. Great success.
I mean, not while we were
Are you in a
all
We
relation?
call that.
in the same
Are you in
team.
a relationship too? Oh,
Yes.
come the fuck on. You guys get in a relationship while I'm trying to fucking get it. Damn, so it's gonna be you two in a relationship. Well, Josh is married, so I'm gonna
He's
be the
been
old
married,
fucking
yeah.
single guy on this fucking.
Well,
You
hey,
guys are gonna be
man.
talking about all your relationship shit. And I'm gonna be like, bruh. I'm gonna be like, oh, I forgot I had a soundboard on here. I'm gonna be like,
Well, I told you about some of the encounters I had while I was in San Antonio, and then it just kind of happened naturally. It was like friend of a friend. So,
okay, that's cool. They're up there with you.
no, they are down in San Antonio.
Oh, very nice. The only
So it
thing
worked
that
out that way.
I, the only thing I got the courage to do while I was in San Antonio was one of the instructors for my class. Uh, we graduated and I like sent her a request on Facebook like immediately after I got my 1059. And like immediately after I signed it and I like left, I like within like 15 minutes, like she accepted
15 steps of the building. You,
she
you just
yeah.
sent it.
Well, no, I sent it like after I got to the hotel to like
Okay.
to leave. And like after I sent it, it was like 15 minutes later and like she accepted it. And I tried like just making small talk, but I wasn't like into it as much as I probably should have been. Cause like
Yeah.
every guy in my class was like, bro, you should go for it. You should go for it. And I was like, I'm not seeing what you're seeing. Like, I'm not seeing like what, like, cause I guess when me and her talked, they were like, bro, it's different when she talks to everybody else but you. And I was like, yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Mm,
I hit her up the other day, but it was for a favor. I
Where
was
is
like,
yeah.
she's an instructor out there at the academy.
oh shit. Oh, well.
And so I fucking hit her up for a favor the other day. I was like, uh, one of my anesthesia providers is interviewing for the commander position. And so I was like, yo, can you send me some of those slides? I was like, on a scale from 1 to illegal, illegal is it for you to send me SLC slides? And she was like, which ones do you need? And I was like, the MDMP and mission command and all the other shit so I can send them to my provider. And she was like, yeah, I got you. But I haven't seen shit. But this was like 2 days ago, so I'm sure she's busy. But that was it. It was just for a favor. So I'm pretty sure now she's like, oh, this is all this motherfucker wanted.
Yeah, actually, she might be
I think
like
it's
that.
kind of
Yeah,
hard for
she
people
might
to
do
like
that. Yeah,
pick up like on those cues and
right.
stuff until like other people clue you in. And then by the time like you do realize it, it might be too late.
But I ain't stressing it. It's just hard, bro. It's hard. It really is. It's hard for me to just get back into like the dating things. I have no idea. I'm like fucking Ricky Bobby when he wins his first race. Like I don't know what to do with my hands. Like I really don't. Like it's a
What is
confusing fucking world out there.
what is the biggest city towards you?
Nashville. White girl
Nashville.
Wakanda.
Yeah, dude, you just got a ton
Yeah.
of bridal parties and
Bunch of
It's
cowboy hats and
it's
sundresses.
not
but
my
it's not even
scene
like
though.
real cowboy hats. It's like sparkling and white and like they're just fake. It's
It's it.
so
I'll tell
gross.
you,
Like,
it's definitely my scene if I'm trying to get fucking laid, right? Because
right.
you're at the bachelorette capital of the world, right? Besides Vegas, I think Nashville is the bachelorette capital of the world.
Mm.
Bachelorette party is that bridal? What is it? I don't
Bridal
fucking
party?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Close enough.
Bachelorette party.
hmm hmm
Yeah, that's the bachelorette party capital of the world, and I think it's beats Vegas. But like, if I want to go and get laid, sure, got it. But that you're getting like the cookie cutter print of every single fucking white female in America that goes to Nashville, and it's white girl Wakanda, bro. It is. And then I got Bowling Green about an hour away too. Now Bowling Green is a little different. Bowling
That way.
Green
How
is
so?
like that's college capital. Like that's
Okay.
where so it's a different set. Obviously the women are younger, right? But that's I know how to gauge my shit. I'm not going after some like 19 fucking 20-year-old. No, thank you. That's just this mustache is not even helping me out with that either, right? Like,
You don't have
but
where's the big ass van? Everybody
yeah,
take a look.
that says
Where's the
free
van?
candy. But
Where's the Netflix documentary coming out?
it's just gonna be called Rico,
Rico, unclassified.
unclassified. But Bowling Green, it's like the females in Bowling Green are very nice. I like. Because I went down there because y'all know Dabney, right?
uh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
come on.
he's a recruiter. Oh yeah, my bad. He's a recruiter out there, or was, because he's moving up to Oregon. But anyways,
Think he's
I
already
went up
moved
there to
up
go
there.
see him. I went up to there to go see him and our buddy Kalu, who's out there, and we just went to this one spot for brunch, right?
Mm.
And bro, I probably should have been put in a sea collar after I fucking
Preach.
left that place. I was breaking my fucking neck every like 5 seconds at that brewery we were at. I was like, what the fuck is going on here, dude? Like, it was just wild. And then we ended up leaving, but that's an hour away. And then there's Chattanooga. I went up to Chattanooga, and that's another college town, but that's 3 hours away. But boy, let me tell you what, it's a whole like you get different like what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. You just get different cuts, I guess, of women. I'm not trying to call
Yeah.
them pieces of meat, but you get different like people.
There's a variety.
There you go. English is not my second language, but I'm really sounding like it is right now. But it was different up in Chattanooga. Again, probably should have had a sea collar put on me when I left, but I went with my buddy Sean. We went to go see they have a football club up there. So we went to go to this brewery. Then we went to go watch them play soccer, like the Chattanooga Football Club. And then like I got fucking schmammered. And then like during that game, and there was a bar, like literally right across the stadium is the brewery, and then like this 3-story fucking bar. And I went to this bar. We went to this bar afterwards, and I continued to get fucking schmammered. And all I remember is, and my buddy Sean could probably tell this story a lot better than I could. We were outside talking to some dudes or whatever, and some chicks about anime or some shit. I don't know how the fuck we got into an anime conversation, but it happened. And then like this random uh gay dude and his friend, like came up and started talking to us too. And then all of a sudden, like his friend, who was a very, very fucking hot, like blonde female, just comes up to me and just starts making out with me. And I'm like, the fuck just happened? And like my buddy, my buddy Sean was like, what the fuck just happened? And I was like, bro, I don't know. And she was like, I'll be right back. I go get another drink from the bar. And I was like, okay. And she, then she comes back and we start making out again. But then I was like, there's no point in this. I was like, there's nothing is absolutely going to fucking happen this evening. And we ended up leaving because I was like, I'm such a bitch. I was just like, it was super awkward. It was really fucking awkward for me.
Well, if it was awkward, then
You know?
just be
It's
like,
not what
hey,
you're looking
thanks,
for.
but I would push that face away. It like,
I mean, she was
Don't-
hot, so I was like, I gotta take a
yeah,
win, you know? Sometimes I was looking for a win, I guess.
yeah, okay, yeah. I can't blame you there. Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, though, it's like, like when you when you let the weird energy come in, then yeah, it like when you push the weird energy away. Let me say it like that. Then the better energy
Because this was like what,
comes.
late at night?
Yeah, I was like 9 or 10 at night.
Yeah. So I'd say that's like kind of like the window or so for when you're trying to go find like a hookup or like kind of like a one night
I think
stand or
that's
like go flirting and stuff. So I think if you're truly looking for more like relationship material, the setting has to be different. Because that girl could have been
Go to church, bro.
relationship material, but the setting that you met her in.
Yeah, I don't think I had any intentions on looking for a relationship in
Yeah.
Chattanooga, let alone have any expectations of thinking I was gonna get fucking laid. Because one, we didn't have a hotel. Like it was like we had to quickly sober up before we headed back, right? So it was like,
Bro, pussy will do things to a man. Okay, like men have
yeah,
started wars over
no
pussy.
doubt.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if
Battle
a
of Troy.
hotel was gonna be in the way, no, it wouldn't. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
and trust me, you're absolutely
Yeah,
right. I have done things in random
same,
spaces
same.
with random faces,
Ha.
and
Yeah,
I made
yeah.
it work. Don't get me wrong. But you also have to remember, I am old. Like I am not a sprightly young man anymore. I need a comfort of a fucking bed, right? Like I am not like I am not the same dude that's like, yo,
Oh, those porta johns not gonna work
yeah,
out.
I'm not the same dude that's like, yo, hold on to this tree real quick. You know what I mean?
I meant you. All I.
That bark's kind of hurting my skin.
Oh
Was that
shit.
poison ivy? I can't tell.
Let's go in the back of this fucking Beetle, fucking Volkswagen Beetle.
I'm getting carpet burns with that. Oh,
Yeah, dude.
damn.
I can't fucking do that anymore, bro. Like I am legit like I need a bed, bro. I need a bed. I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
I
That's all
need
I was saying is like, yeah, man. Hey, like Google Maps has all the data I need, man. I'm gonna get myself a room here in 5 minutes stat.
Well, yeah, that was the problem is there was no fucking hotels that had any like in the
Oh,
within a 10-mile
mm,
area there was zero hotels that had an available room.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
uh,
That's a no for me, dog.
yeah. Well, I'm sure it's a
What else
party
do they
So
the
have going
city
on? Was
too.
it just a soccer
So
match?
well, it was a random trip. Like it was the most impromptu trip I've taken since I've been here. Because
cool.
we were supposed to go, there's some caverns or some shit that's like 2 hours away from here that we wanted to go like check out. And we didn't know that you had to like buy, the only way you could see the caverns is if you buy like the ticket to the guided tour. And,
Okay.
uh, we didn't know. So we just showed up like expecting to just to walk in and go see the caverns. And we were like, yeah, we're all sold out this weekend. Um,
Hmm.
And so we were like, fuck. And so where we were, there wasn't really anything going on around there. Like nothing. And so we were like, fuck it, let's go to Chattanooga. It's an hour away. And so we ended up going to Chattanooga. We stopped at that at this brewery first, and we were drinking beers outside, and I was like, "Where's that music coming from?" And it was a fucking soccer stadium. And so that's when I like looked up, and I was like, "Oh shit, they're playing a game tonight." And so I ended up buying
That's
tickets and
awesome.
going.
That's pretty
Yeah,
rad. Okay. Sounds like a good
but I
trip.
do want to plan a fucking trip because I checked my fucking miles on my Southwest because of the TDYs I've been going on.
Nice.
I have enough for a fucking round trip ticket, like pretty much almost anywhere in the United States. So I'm like, yo,
Where do you
so I don't
think you
know.
want to go? Do you want to go like some? If
Where
you
to
if you
go?
can go anywhere, where are you gonna go?
Well, it would only be in the United States because
Yeah, okay, but still,
that's pretty much a free flight anywhere. I would want to go back to fucking Washington State, to be
yeah,
honest.
my brother. See, okay, all right. I would do the same.
Is it the vibes of the like the scenery or like the people that you miss as well, or all of it?
Both, both, yeah. I
Both.
just really miss that state because I have a lot of like family and good friends up there
Right.
that just stayed behind, and I haven't gotten to see them since I left.
That's
Okay.
where
So
we all met.
it'd be cool to see them. Yeah, it is. That's
It
where
is.
fucking history began, boys.
I remember it was like my third day in the unit, and this fucker picks me up and starts like taking me under his wing a little bit and like showing me around, and we just like clicked almost instantly. And then
Who,
yeah,
who are you
good
talking about,
times. You.
Yeah, you.
dude?
Me, he was there before me. Who else would pick him?
That's that's why I did this number. Yeah. Um, and then when which what FST did you start with? Zach?
I went to I went to Bico first,
Yeah.
and then I went to the 102nd.
And Rico, were you in the
Stayed there
102nd
for like
too, or were you in the
2.5 years.
I was in 250th.
250th? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I will always get those mixed up.
Yeah,
I
that's
had
where
to cancel my appointment with Major Yoon.
Major U. Major U.
Major Union. Who's Major Union and
Who's Major
why?
U?
You told me about him. You said that you knew him. You and Blackshear. I mean, like your deployment.
Oh man, I
PA.
forget a lot of people on my deployment.
Man, we had this conversation about him like at what was it, Old Main.
Bruh, Major
All good.
U.
No worries.
Yeah, you got me on that one. Like, I'm pretty sure I would know who he is if you described him a little bit more. But I am horrible with names. So if there's a
I
moment, if
I
there's
don't
a,
want to describe people
no, you're fine.
for the general public.
No, you're fine. If like, but
Rico, I'm in
Sound
this
like
position
a
all the time,
APP from a
dude.
cop.
yeah. So like, if you like, if it, when we were at the main, somebody must have said something that like pinpointed in my brain, like, oh shit,
Okay.
that's right, I remember him. But like, I won't remember him after that moment's gone. I'm like fucking
All right.
Dory, bro. Like if you're if you're not a meaningful person in my life, I will fucking erase you like forever. So like there's people that like honestly come up to me and they're like, "Pampa, what's up, bro?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck are you? And why do you know my name?" Like that happens all the time, but I don't really say that out loud. I'm like, "Hey, guy, how's it
I was wondering
going?"
I was wondering what your reaction was going to be when I called you out in the classroom.
Oh yeah, no, of course how could I forget that face? Look at that. It's like sculpted from the
Aw,
gods, bro. Like, come on.
I don't know.
You two fuckers.
What's the
Fucking,
what's that dude that was in the FST that nobody liked? Frias.
Forbes.
And
oh yeah,
Forbes.
Frias was,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember Forbes very much. I don't
Well,
remember Forbes very much.
I
I
actually liked
think
Forbes more than
they
I liked
both talked their
Frias.
shit and they couldn't back it up.
Frias was a little bit of a hard ass, but, for the most part, we all got along with him. But yeah,
Never had a problem with
he was rough around the edges. I know where you're coming from, Stewie. Yes.
David, or
He was
sorry,
rough in
But
there.
you were
Dabney
there
and I
when
have
McNally was
this.
there, right?
Huh?
Who?
McNally.
I don't
I
know who the fuck that.
don't. I
See, I
don't know if
told
I.
you, like, I don't
Yeah.
know
I don't know.
if you don't.
He's like super skinny white kid.
Oh,
I think buzz head.
the dude that fucking got arrested that's in jail right now. Are we talking about the same person?
Oh.
Probably.
He was a medic.
Yeah.
Okay, so he replaced like one of our medics on our team on 250th. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is when like the original, like I call it the original, but when the original group, the 250th, like dispersed, like right after we got back from deployment,
Yep.
everybody just fucking pew, right? And so that guy came to our unit, and we all thought he was fucking weird. Like we're like, there's something weird about this dude. Anyways, we ended up getting him moved out of our team, and he went to like
Bravo.
Bravo Company. And so I left, like everybody was gone, and I hear through the grapevine that this dude got really drunk in the barracks and like obliterated in the barracks, right? And I guess like he was trying to fight people that he was drinking with. Oh shit, you should probably tell this. Oh, let me tell you from what I heard, and you can.
All right. Yeah.
So he wanted to fight people, I guess, in the barracks or whatever, and then like I guess there was more than you there. I guess you guys scuffed him up and threw him in the closet, locked him in the closet, and I guess this motherfucker had some sort of ninja sword in his closet, and so like so what I hear is like that you guys were like, from what I hear is like, yo, like you guys went up to the closet door and was like, yo, you good? Like we're gonna take you out, let you out now, like. And he was like, yeah, I'm totally fine or whatever. And so you guys open the door and he comes busting out with a fucking ninja sword trying to fucking hack some people up. And then y'all fucked him up and was like, and took their sword away from him and called the MPs.
So yeah, that's pretty close to the story. So the background behind it was that we're all drinking, my squad and I, and like because I believe in like camaraderie and stuff. So trying to have a good like Friday night. I think it might have been like a 4 day or something. But he went downstairs, so he was no longer with us. And then someone came up to me while we are in someone's room and was like, "Yo, your boy's out there like acting a fool." So we go down and check on him. He's just there like rolling on the ground, kind of like yelling at people, saying he's pretty much threatening like a crowd of people that are walking by. And I try to like diffuse the situation, like, "Oh, he doesn't mean it. He's drunk." And just kind of move him away. They're screaming and stuff. We try to get him up into our room. He was my roommate, and homie didn't want to listen, so he took off running around the barracks. And everyone from this place knows like these barracks are like super wooded. Like there's big forests like around each side. Like you go across the street, straight forest. You go to like the left side of the barracks, straight forest. And he's running around. It's like chasing Sasquatch, like in a movie scene. Like you'd see him run like this black figure, like run through like shadow, like shadow figure move through the woods. You'd hear the branches like rustle and stuff, and you'd be like looking, and you'd be like, oh, and then it'd be quiet, and then you'd, anyways, he tried to drive drunk and stuff. Later on, he tried to get out to his car. We took his keys away, but he opened up his car door or his truck, and it he opened it so fast he just smacked himself on the head and just started bleeding.
Oh my God.
And then tried getting his keys from him, and then he punched me in the face. I was like, "Come on, dude! Like, I'm trying to get you up to your room, like, take care of you. Like, I'm not trying to hurt him or do anything." And then so it was me and two other soldiers from my squad. We were just trying to like rally him up and stuff. And then yeah, there came a point where we started like defending ourselves from him, and yeah, that was one night. So he kept trying to come out of his room and stuff once we did finally get him up there, and uh, he kept like just keep trying to like box us or whatever, and then yeah, we locked him up in the closet, and so, like because he kept coming out of his room, and we're like, all right, well, I'll come get you in the morning or whatever.
Yeah.
And So we close the closet, lock it up, and then we hear like a ting, ting, ting. We're like, what the fuck? So we open up the closet or undo the padlock, like slowly open the door up, and this fucking machete just slides through the door.
Oh my God.
Bro.
Oh, it
So
was
we
a
all back up.
machete?
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been so cool if it was like a katana or some shit like
So-
that.
some fucking Kill
Like,
Bill shit.
yeah, bro. But machetes are cool too, but like not on that instance, but
Right.
like
Right.
goddamn.
But yeah, so he threatened us with it, and then yeah, we took the knife away from him, and then ended up locking him back up in his closet later and stuff, and then became like this whole investigation and stuff when he went to sick call the
Oh, he went
following
to sick
days.
call?
Yeah, he
So
went to
like
sick call.
no MPs were called or anything. It was just
MPs were not called. We tried keeping it at the lowest level, you know what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah. Okay. So he went to sick call
That did not
because
work well, but
he went to sick call
we
because of his
tried.
head.
Yeah, I thought I blew one of his pupils,
Oh,
hitting him.
okay. Gotcha.
He was fucked up.
Yeah.
Um, he's an animal, has one hell of a chin, I'll give him that. Uh, it's just unfortunate, like the way things like unfolded for him and stuff.
Well, I wouldn't say unfortunate. It's like, man, if you can't fucking handle your liquor, bro, like,
So the backstory to it was is that earlier in the night while he was on the ground crying was that he was in a relationship with a PFC, and he was a sergeant at the time. He was one of
yeah.
my team leaders when I was the squad leader, and she was in a different company, but she worked like in the mailroom or whatever. And then I guess she had broken up with him
Huh.
because she didn't want her boyfriend finding out that they were giving each other foot massages. Foot
Wait.
massages.
Hold up. Let's take a couple steps back. So this dude was in a relationship with her,
Yes. Yep.
and she had a boyfriend, and they were fooling around by giving each other foot massages.
Yes.
That is some psycho shit, bro. Like
He
that
Yeah.
found
is.
out, or like,
Well, just remember the person, right? But
Yeah.
yeah. So she broke things off with him and stuff, and I guess he was upset by that, so he got on top of her out like in front of everybody and was like screaming at her like, "You know who the fuck I am?" And just going completely insane. And then yeah,
Jesus.
I brought that
Damn.
scenario up in my board.
Damn.
They're like, "Stars Austin, do you do anything to add to the Cash Sharp program?" I was like, "Yeah, I live by the I am motivated." Like I intervened in like the situation, start bringing it up. They're like, "Stop." Uh,
right.
Board members, do we have any more questions for Stars Austin?
So I guess that goes to show what you said earlier, Chris. Dudes do some crazy shit for some pussy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They get
Yeah.
obliterated drunk and bust a fucking machete out, dudes. Fuck.
Yo.
Jesus
I think my
Christ.
favorite part though was when I was telling the police officer like my version of the story, right? And he's like, "Did he like threaten you with this machete?" I was like, "Yeah." He said if we took like a step closer, he's gonna fucking slash or kill one of us with it. And he's like writing down. He's like, "Ooh, I like that." And he just goes
Oh
back
my
down to writing.
God.
I'm like, I'm
He's
like,
like, yeah.
This dude's into it,
like, what the
bro.
fuck do you mean you
Oh my
like that?
god.
He's like, oh yeah. So is he in
He
like
was,
in is he like in Leavenworth now or something?
uh, last I heard was, well, I was at like cadet summer training, being a medic there, and I got a call from like the lawyer, or the attorney that was assigned to the case and stuff. And the post commander, General Valesky at the time, took like a personal interest in the case, is what she was telling me, and he was wondering what we wanted to see happen from like this whole situation.
Mm.
And I pretty much told her, I was like, well, if he gets kicked out, he gets kicked out. But I want to make sure, like, he's actually able to get like the help he needs to get through like anger management or whatever he needs to work through, right? As long
Yeah.
as he gets that help, like, I don't care. I don't care if he stays in or not. Like, the army's full of fuck ups, but they all believe in second chances and stuff. And I think he deserves one. Like, he wasn't a bad guy. He's just weird who had a bad night.
It's an understatement, dude. That dude was fucking. That dude had some like psychotic tendencies, bro. Like
I don't know who
he
this
could very
is.
well may have been the next Dahmer, bro.
But yeah, last I heard was once he did get kicked out, he was living in a RV or out of his truck down by one of the rivers in
Like fucking
Washington.
Chris Farley, living in a van down by the river.
He was, I
Oh
believe
my
he was trying to
God, I
go through
forgot about
go
that.
through paramedic school.
Yeah.
But that was like the last I heard.
So he
Yeah,
didn't he didn't do any jail time or any of that.
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
No, none of us like pressed charges or anything.
Oh, okay, because that's what had transpired from like the rumor mill was he ended up going to fucking Leavenworth or some shit for whatever charges is associated with wielding a fucking machete at people's faces.
I kind of want to know who this is now. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I
who
think it
this
was
is.
after your time. I think you had
Oh,
been gone. Like I think
Hey,
that's I think you
we
had
were in Germany by then.
yeah, you had went to
Huh.
reclass and then you
huh?
left.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
you were in Germany because I remember the room I had used to be like catty cornered from the old room you used to have because your name tape was still up there.
Yeah,
This
you told me
said
about that.
PFC Chris Stewart.
Yeah, yeah.
That was still up there. So yeah,
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Wild.
Hey, you were
Okay.
gone.
Hmm.
You were gone.
I wish I had known about this.
Yeah, no, it was just
This is
something
some-
that.
This is some tea.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah,
some juice, that's for sure.
yeah, it was.
And to be at the center of it all, and everyone's like wondering what the fuck's going on. I was just like,
I didn't know
That was
you
wild.
were there for it though. Like I didn't know you were an active participant in the machete fiasco.
yeah,
Dang. Okay. Well, that's good to know because now I can put the pieces together because that always like was something that was in the back of my mind. Because like if I ever run into people from like JBLM that was like either in the cash or the FSTs, we were like, hey, you know that fucking weird guy that was like trying to be on our team, and we ended up like moving him back to the cash. And that's always like the first thing we talk about because we're always like, yeah, I think he ended up like in Leavenworth or some shit. I guess that was wrong.
yeah, it was wild.
Damn.
That is for sure.